It's the Too Faced. Hi everyone. So this is the first time I'm doing a sit-down video on my new camera. I had grand plans when I was in Utah to film like 3 videos, and that didn't happen. A lot of things happened. My portable hard drive broke, so I still haven't gotten a new one. So hopefully when I edit this video and put it up, I'll have to have my other hard drive. My Munich vlog should already be up. So January is kind of going to be just a recap of 2019. I have a couple of videos that I want to put out. This one being one, an empties video, and a movie video talking about all the movies I saw last year, which would be fine because, you know, we have Oscars going on and all that sort of stuff. Today is going to be my favorite products of 2019. There are some clips of me applying some of these products, but half of them. The other half we're just going to talk about. I filmed part of it in Utah and the other half I did not, but I cannot like keep dragging my feet on this because I'm like really busy. I'm taking a 4-week online class, and yeah, there's a lot more work, I guess, because it's literally a 1/4 of the length of a normal class, so you have 4 times the amount of work in a single day. It's exhausting. But I'm just going to go ahead and roll through my favorite products. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first product that I'm going to talk about is this Pixi Glow Tonic. This is, in obviously the skincare, this is a toner. I've never noticed a difference with like a toner before. I've used a couple different ones. This one is called Glow Tonic. It's kind of funny. It really does make my skin super glowy. I really love this. It doesn't feel harsh on my skin, doesn't burn anything if I have little like breakouts, which I happen to have one right now. Won't point it out in case you don't see it because I don't want to point it out if it's not obvious to you. But this is incredible. I wish the bottle was bigger. You can buy a bigger bottle of this. I don't know if they sell the bigger one at Target. I don't think so, but apparently Riley Rose, which is like connected Forever 21, there's one by Madison Square Garden. I'd be interested in testing that out. But I definitely want a bigger size than this because it does get a little bit pricier than the ones that I usually get. I am not currently using this. I'm finishing up an e.l.f. toner that I don't like, but I'm excited to use this again pretty soon. Next, and this is the other skincare product, I only have 2 that I really liked, was this e.l.f. Beauty Shield. I've talked about this a lot. This is in a lot of my empties videos because I tend to go through them once a season, which is when I do them. This is a vitamin C serum. Again, I never really noticed things making a huge difference. I mean, moisturizer-wise, you usually see that your face looks a little bit moisturized. But this also makes my skin really glowy, so it's very delightful. Does not feel harsh on my skin. It feels nice and freezing because my apartment's cold, so everything in it is cold. It has for being affordable, I think this is like $16. This has no alcohol in it. And I think I've talked about this before, but God knows I don't know what videos end up going up and which ones just end up being deleted because of the relevance of time. But the fact that there are expensive products that have alcohol in them and this one does not. Alcohol is horrible to put on your skin. It should not be in skincare products regardless. This is me on my high horse, but this does not have it in it, and it is amazing. I recommend it to everybody. It's funny, I recommended it to Garrett, and he was like, oh my god, I already have it, and it's amazing. So yeah, it's really good. Then I have my makeup products. So I'll just go in the order that I apply. And like normal, I'm wearing usually not most of the products on my face today, because why would I, you know? Not to show them or anything. But I definitely am wearing these in videos that I filmed, so if I find it out, I will link it below. The first product is the Essence Make Me Brow. Oh yeah, this one will focus. So this is just an eyebrow gel. I'll start with the negative. No, I'll start with the positive. This is really cheap. This is like $2.99. I've gone through 1,000 of these. It gives my brows a nice little tint, and I'm always usually too lazy to do my brows. I did them today, so. Yeah, actually I'm not wearing this today. I did my brows with a pencil. But on days I don't want to use a pencil, I use this. I do not use this on top of a pencil. You can. I would typically get a lighter color. This color is a little too dark for me. This is soft brownie brows. I usually use blondie brows, and that's why it looks like it's a little too dark for me. But other than that, it's nice. It just gives you a nice little tint. Negative is I find the brush really scratchy for some reason, so it's a little bothersome, but for $3 I'm not really that worked up about it. Essence is a very affordable brand, and I appreciate them for that. I'm actually going to do palettes a little bit later because I don't have like an ultimate favorite palette. I mean, I kind of have one, but I'm just going to go ahead and the palettes that I ended up buying this year I'm going to rank at the end, so because I usually would do eyes next. So I'm going to go ahead and do face, which is the rest of my products. First in the face is this e.l.f. Jelly Pop primer. It's so fun. Bubble comes and goes. Anyway, not important. What is important is this is similar to the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I like this a lot better, and it's a lot cheaper. And so I have travel size of the Hydro Grip, which is actually going to be in my empties because there's literally this much left, but I can't get it out, even though the bottle's only this big. So like 1/10 of the product I can't even get out. This cost maybe $6. I don't remember. I hope they still make it, because if they don't, I'll be very sad because I love this primer. I'm about, looks like 2/3 done with it. I use this every single day. It's a sticky primer, so you have to let it dry for about 30 seconds. I mean, it doesn't dry down, but it's like to the point where it doesn't skip across your, like the products on top won't skip across your face. It is very dewy, and I find my makeup lasts all day with this, and I don't see a lot of breakdown like I do with other primers, and I just really love this, and I'm still working with this camera to figure out where I'm supposed to go. Okay, yeah, that's it on that. The next product is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour long Freshwear foundation. This has a really, 24-hour Freshwear foundation. This has a really long title. It has sunscreen in it, SPF 25. I think I knew that, but I forgot. Because I wear SPF anyway underneath it, because you should. I can't tell how far through I am with this. Sometimes the product will settle and you can kind of see lines. It's probably around here. I'm going to need a new one soon. I'm actually going to try a different foundation. This is my second bottle, I think. I wear the shade 405. I'm wearing it today. This is a medium coverage foundation. I don't find it to be full coverage, I guess is what you would say. Which they don't advertise as full coverage. They advertise it as a medium. It's breathable. This foundation is really thin. I find it gives the same finish as the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, but Too Faced Born This Way is really thick in comparison to this. It's really comfortable. The only problem I have with it is that it has a smell. It kind of smells like perfume. There's definitely alcohol in this. Alcohol in everything. But it doesn't bother my skin, and it definitely doesn't make me break out. I have dry skin, and this is absolutely perfect for it. So, yay. I'm just going to try the Makeup Revolution, the hydrating foundation, and then I'll probably go back to this unless I really love that foundation as well. The next product is no surprise. It is the Maybelline Fit Me Pressed Powder. This is the Set and Smooth. This is in every single one of my empties videos. I go through them very quickly. I have one that's almost empty over there. This is just one I ended up bringing when I went on my trip, because I didn't want to bring, kind of what I do is I'd sit and I like scrape away at the edges so I could use all of the product. I didn't want to do that when I was on vacation. I just wanted a new one, especially if I was going to use it all over my face. So I just opened up the new one that I have. This is like $8, $10, something like that. Great for under eyes, great for all over the face. Can't complain. I love it. I'm actually wearing it, but you know, I always wear this powder, so I have a little bit under my eyes. Oh my gosh, I realized. I forgot the concealer. My favorite concealer at the moment, again, I'm gonna branch out and try new things in 2020, is the Too Faced Born This Way. It's a shiny bottle, so it's not gonna focus concealer. Can you see even? I am running low on this one because I'm seeing like the edges of the bottle. This is amazing. It's expensive, but not for the amount that you get. So this is like $28 concealer, but you get half a fluid ounce. Any other concealer you usually get like 0.15 at the most, or 0.3 maybe some places, but a lot of places are small. Like you'd find a concealer in a tube like a lip gloss. Secret. This is great. You can wear it. It works really well to touch up. No other concealer I've had has worked that way. Like you can put it over makeup that's already applied, like a little bit later in the day, and once your makeup's already dried, and it retouches like nobody's business. It's so brightening. A little bit goes a long way, and you have a giant bottle, and I've not found something I love as much as this concealer. And I almost forgot it. How dare I? Alright, the next face product is, you know, this is a category I don't particularly enjoy. I don't know why. Some people really like this step. I just find it like, I don't usually like any of the products that I don't dislike them, but I'm not in love with any of the products that I've had in this category. However, I think this one looks beautiful, and if I had to pick a favorite, I'd say this would be it. It is the Fenty, oh yeah, look, it's reflecting everything there. Oh, here's my kitty cat. Okay, there's me. Anyway, sorry, Jesus. This is the Fenty Beauty bronzer, Stalker bronzer, I think is what it's called. That is what the shade I have that looks like. This is Shady Biz. A lot of people, my skin tone went with the lightest shade. I think this is second to lightest, or third, something around, somewhere around there. Anyway, I really like the way that this looks on my skin. I'm not wearing a bronzer I like. Actually, I'm wearing a bronzer I'm trying to use up, and I despise. I might just declutter it, but it's in a palette, but I won't declutter the palette. But that's a whole thing. I'm in a weird mood. Yeah, I don't know. It's a matte bronzer. It looks good on my skin, and even though it's not super light, it's not super dark, and I feel like I don't really get carried away with this. Like, I feel like I get carried away with every other bronzer, and it's really hard to control. This one is not the case, and I really like it. The packaging is pretty and reflective, although there's some thumbprints on there. But yeah, thumbs up here. The next one is, so this is a category I absolutely love, and my favorite, and I have a lot of them that I really like. I don't have a single one of these products that I hate, but this one I particularly love. It's the Too Faced it's a Too Faced Tutti Frutti blush in Strobeberry. I forgot what it was called. It's fine. Like, it's so cute, and everyone's like, ooh, too childish. Well, some of us like it, okay? Some of us want to remember childhood. We're not all old and boring. It is this split pan between like super shimmery, well, I mean, to be honest, this is a really shimmery blush. And then you got this one, which is like glitter, and then you just could do either one of them, but I always mix them together, and then you get a really, really glowy, pretty blush. There's somehow a bigger dip in the like super shimmery glitter side. I don't know how that happens. Maybe I just scrape it a lot more. I really love this. It's dethroned my other Too Faced favorite blush, which is the Papa Don't Peach. I haven't worn that in a while. I love this blush so much. Everyone rags on the Tutti Frutti line. There are a couple things that I absolutely adore from that. I mean, some of the stuff could be okay. It's not the peach line that they thought it was. The blushes, I would love another one. And the lip glosses or polishes or whatever are both very good. This is just my favorite blush, and I love all of my blushes that I own. The next one is newer. I think this is the same product as something else, which is why I'm going to use this version and not the other one. So this is the Makeup Revolution Baked Highlighter in the shade Set the Tone. I say I think this is similar to something else because I think it is the highlight in Emily Noel's palette. I wouldn't know. I can't remember what she said. Either way, it's this white. You are not going to be able to see this, I don't think. Nope. It's a white highlighter. I'm wearing it today. I'm assuming it's the same product. It looks pretty similar. But I would say that is the only... I love her so much. But in the Makeup Revolution Needs palette, is the only product I like in that is the blush. It's the highlighter. The blush is okay. I hate the bronzer. That's what I'm wearing today. I'm trying to get rid of it. Also, my palette just broke in half. Like, it's in half. It's kind of ridiculous. I might do a Project Pan video, or I'm gonna show it in my empties, but my palette is literally split in half, so you'll see that coming soon. But I think this is the original product that was in there, so yeah, this is the best thing to get from there, and I would recommend this, although you know, if you want to support Emily, get the Once palette, because I think it is much better. Wrapping things up with the face is the Revolution Hyaluronic Fix Setting Spray. It sounds empty. It pretty much is. There's like a little bit. It sprayed this morning, so it worked. This is such a nice dewy setting spray. I really like an all-over dewy look, so it accomplishes its job, and I think it holds my makeup pretty well. It's the best setting spray I've tried. I mean, I like All Nighter, but it's more of a mattifying setting spray, and this gives me kind of the look I've been going for. 2 products left. So, well, you know, there's a lot here. So, my next product, second to last favorite, is you can't even see it. The Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencils. I have 4 of them here. I'm trying to swatch them, but it's not showing up. I have Goddess, which is a dark blue. Let's just see if this shows up. Voodoo, which is a purple, shimmery purple. Oh, look, there she goes. No, I'm gonna have to like get rid of these. Starfire, which is a bronze, and this one's my MVP, which is the sparkly gold, which is called Space Dust. Doop doop doo. Okay, so Space Dust. Whatever I said this was Starfire. It's this one. Voodoo. And whatever the blue one was called. Goddess. These are so creamy. I pretty much just wear them under my eyes. This gold one is my MVP. Here's why. I don't typically do eyeshadow right here. I am today, but I don't typically. I usually use something like this. If they had a white, it was like sparkly, ooh, that'd be good. They did. It was in the Game of Thrones collection. But I use this because I have issues with them. Something gets in my eye. Everything always falls in my eye, and then it blinds me, and I'm in pain. This never like smudges out of it, and it's super glittery, and I love it. These are also fine to do liner on top of your eye. I can even do wings with them. This is from a little set from last year. That's why they're so tiny. I didn't use quite that much of them. I mean, one of them is definitely used a lot more. Honestly, like the bronze one is the one that's used the most because it's like the creamiest, and then I also use it under my eyes. I really love these. No pencil eyeliner is like this, and unfortunately they're expensive, but it is what it is. My final makeup products that are my absolute favorites. I've tried a lot of lip gloss in my day. I really like the Too Faced ones from their holiday set. Fenty gloss bombs are okay. Not the biggest fan of the gloss bomb formula, even though I bought the gloss bomb set, which was like $40-something, but you know, a little disappointed, but it's fine. My favorite lip glosses ever are the, I can't even hold all of them, Colourpop Ultra Glossy Lips. So I have all these beautiful shades. I have a Colourpop gloss in Atta Girl. It is this white shimmery shade with blue flecks of glitter. I have Champagne Mommy, which is a peachy color with a little bit of glitter. This one is more pink. This is called Beignet. Get a lot of these in sets. I have, this one is the only one without shimmer in it. It is the shade Flying Horses. It is like a mauve-y color. And this is my absolute favorite ever. And I'm actually wearing this. It is the shade Here's to You. How much I've used? I used like half the bottle of this. I love this. I thought I lost it. I found it under my bed. Score. It's just really, I'm sure you can't even see because the lighting's not great. It's just really glittery, and you don't feel like any of the ultra fine glitter like grittiness on your mouth. They're super cheap. They're like $5-6, and if you get them in the set, they're even cheaper. Like they always do like a 3-piece set for like $12, and they have them at Ulta now, so I just go crazy. So I currently have 5. I definitely in my lifetime have bought 10 to 15. I lose products like nobody's business. Like it's really bad. I lose a lot of my lip products. It's like my original gloss bomb that I bought, I lost it. So I can't do that. I have to buy these Colourpop glosses, so if I lose them, it will be heartbreaking for a second, but at least it is $6 I've lost, not 16. So that is all my favorite products. I'm gonna go ahead and rank my eyeshadow palettes I bought. I bought 6. I have them sitting here. I'm gonna do worst to best so that I can really show my favorite. Save the best for last. So I definitely did a review of this palette on my channel last year. This is my number 6 palette. These are in categories of like, this one is the one that I'm like extremely disappointed in. There's one that I just don't use after this, but this is like the extremely disappointed palette. This is the Colourpop Misunderstood Villains palette. You know, it looks pretty, I don't know what I was thinking. It kind of looks like a Hot Topic palette. The color story is fine, and I would wear some of these colors, but if you look at something here, what are your non-shimmery shades? You have Devious, this color, which is, oh, it's on the back of that. This color that's called Tragic, your blue, which is called The Fates, your black, 101, and your white, No Spots. I thought it was shimmery. So a white, a black, a blue, a cream beige color, and a warm brown. Those are your crease colors. And it'd be fine if these shimmery shades you could use in your crease, but for most of the time you can't. From what I recall, the Fates, the blue matte color, skips, and it is very hard to work with, and you have to be very careful with these Colourpop shades. Your shimmery shades in here are going to be, so I can't even tell off the top of my head. I believe they're going to be Diablo, Forest of Thorns, Underworld, which is the one all the way in the end. Underworld. Jetsam Revenge. The rest of them are these glittery shades that I hate. It's the worst formula the Colourpop can come up with. They fall over your face no matter what you do. If you apply them with the finger, you wet your brush, whatever, they're gonna fall. There's major fallout in this palette. There is no mirror. It was a little expensive because it's a Disney collaboration. As somebody who loves Disney, I have my Mickey Mouse sweater on today. This is just a disappointment. I don't know what to say. I like hardly wear this because when I do, I get similar looks. I don't typically care to put a mid-tone brown shade on my crease and then put a bright shimmery color. That's not the type of look I want. If I want to go color, I want to go full color. So in the future, when people make palettes and you have your shimmers and you have your mattes, can you please make your mattes actually correspond with your shimmers? Not just random browns, but have them the same colorful colors or whatnot. So this is the most disappointed palette of 2019 that I purchased. This palette is kind of in the category of I don't wear it as much as I thought I would. And this is the BH Cosmetics Itsmyrayeraye palette. This is her second palette that she put out. I like it better than the first. It's another bright colored palette. There's nothing wrong with this palette. I'm trying to think. I wish there was a little more variety. Which is funny because this looks like a lot of variety. But again, it falls a little bit into an issue with just being able to put together a look. It has a mirror, thank you. I really like BH Cosmetics formula. The thing is I end up using my Take Me to Brazil palette more. But I still get pretty looks out of this. This is a nice yellow shimmer. I honestly kind of wish that the first top row wasn't even in it and we had something else. But I don't use it as much as I should because I have other palettes I just like better, especially when doing color. These are in these palette. This is in a category of these palettes are good, but they're not my absolute favorite. So this one would be number. What the hell number is that? So that was 5. This is 4. Is the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I really thought I was going to love this palette when I bought it, and I had been deliberating on it for a long time because I was like, well, I don't know, but I'm really going to like this. I want to use this a lot more than I do. Every look I get is great. The brightest look you're going to come up with are these purples. There's this nice like orangey brown that's really coming off red. But it just looks a little muted, and it is a little bit muted. There's color, but muted color. And I do find like no matter what brownish shade I use, they all kind of look the same. But maybe that's just like, to me, all brown looks look the same. The packaging is gorgeous. The palette is weighty. I have taken this on trips before, but I definitely should do it again just to force myself to use a little bit more. And I'm going to try to do some sort of palette rotation so I end up using my palettes this year or getting rid of them. But this one's definitely not one I'm going to get rid of. None of the ones after this are ones I get rid of. Surprisingly, when I first reviewed this and first tried this, I thought this would be lower. This is the number 3 palette. It is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Jackie Aina palette. So this is my mid of the road palette. I love this for many reasons. And I actually do. It has grown on me. These shades are beautiful. I have no complaints about the shade range or whatever. Wish there was a little bit of white, but it doesn't matter. I have a lot of other whites and palettes. And this one comes off as green. So the thing is, this shade Shookington is absolutely atrocious. It is, you know, doesn't stick on face. It was the same situation I was getting with my Colourpop palette with the glitter shades. I had some trouble from time to time with skipping patchiness, but sometimes it's like all palettes. I absolutely love this half of the palette. these 5 shades I really adore. And I think their pressed glitters for the most part work a lot better than the Colourpop pressed glitter formula. But yeah, I do like the looks that I make with this, and I am happy with it overall. The brush is absolutely horrible. That was my one gripe with this as well. Wish that it had a better brush. Final 2. My second best palette of 2019 that I also contemplated a very long time about, but I was very happy with it, was this Violet Voss Flamingo palette. This is the only Violet Voss palette I have, and Violet Voss probably makes the best eyeshadow formula. One of the best eyeshadow formulas ever. This is a colorful palette. It was a summer limited edition, but it's still available at Sephora. I think it was limited edition in 2018. I thought I missed out on it, but I didn't. So I bought this with a Sephora gift card that I had gotten for Christmas in 2018. I just love this. All the shades are great. I do a lot of just blue looks with these 3. I like to do monochromatic looks with this. Orangey looks have been great. I don't use the black all that often just because I'm not big on like, it's a colorful look, but let me make it smoky. I'm not big on that sort of thing, but I really love it. It's got a white in it. Gotta have a white for my brow bone. It ticks all the boxes, and there's a lot of variety, and there's a big mirror. So Violet Voss, great formula. The only one that I think might be better, and this is funny because I've gone on about variety, but I love this so much, is the Lime Crime Venus 3 palette. Look how beautiful this palette is. And there's not that much variety in here. In fact, it is the smallest palette out of all of these. However, all of the shades are fantastic. They all look great. You can see like dips that I made in this palette compared to the other ones. So all of these are great. I think you have, like, it looks like 3 mattes. I think it's gonna be this one, and this one right here. You have this one, which is like a pure glittery shade. This is also glittery, but not in terms of this. Like, this is just pressed light lilac glitter. So I definitely would not put this on by itself. And then all of the rest of these are going to be shimmery shades. I love every single look that I make with this palette, even though they're pretty similar, but it is my standard favorite eye type of look. This is the best palette of 2019. I don't even think it came out in 2019, but it's my favorite palette, and I am really excited to try more Lime Crime. They now sell at Ulta. And yeah, so I will link everything down below. Thank you so much for watching. This is a really long one, so I really appreciate it if you stuck out with it. If you like this sort of video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.